Ariane's got a monster! I heard the tail slapping from here. How did fishing turn into this? If we're never seen again, this when you guys find our bodies, look at the cameras. We had a pretty decent day for our last day. Alright babe, where are we going fishing this morning?
I have no clue.
That's right. The guy that needs a plan for everything. That needs times. Exact times of when we'll be places. And a detailed plan. Has no plan today. The only plan today is Ariane needs to reel in some fish. We threw the kayaks in the back of the truck. It is only 55 degrees and we are taking a ride around Moosehead and doing a big loop, possibly through Athens or Anson, possibly Emden, and we are just going to look for bodies of water and we are going to fish them. We will find them and we will fish them. We have a particular set of skills, so we will find the water and we will fish it, and we will not look up the laws. Yes, we will. Actually, if you guys don't have one of these books right here, it is the Maine Fishing Depth Maps. You're gonna want to pick one of those up. So it goes by county. You can look up the body of water, you can look up what's in it. It has a bunch of the depths and some other cool information. So pick up one of those before ice fishing starts, because you're gonna need it. You excited? Just not excited about 55 degrees getting in the water, I'll tell you that right now. Stop number 1. Let's see what we can do here. Probably shouldn't leave the truck right here on the launch, huh?
What?
Probably shouldn't leave the truck right here on the launch.
You want me to move it?
No!
Good.
I want you to move it. You're crazy. Alright guys, so like we said in the truck, we don't really have a destination today. This last week we went camping in Abbott, and it's fairly close to Moosehead. It's about 30 minutes away. And a couple of times we went toward Moosehead to go to Indian Hill Trading Post, and we kept seeing all these spots, and we were like, oh, with the kayaks we could fish that spot. And the waters were nice and calm, so we saw like 3 or 4 spots that even Ariane was making comments like, oh, we should have the kayaks. So what we're doing today is we're actually going to go right past where we were camping, which is about an hour away from the house. And then we're going to go past that and go right up toward Indian Hill Trading Post and kind of backtrack everywhere that we went. And we're just going to jump in. We're just going to throw the kayaks in. And then instead of coming straight back, we're going to make a big loop and go back through Madison, Emden area and hit a couple places that I actually ice fished. And we'll see if we can get the kayaks in there. So it's really water dependent, you know, so obviously we're not in boats, so if the wind picks up or there's strong current somewhere, that's going to be a different situation where we can't really fish it or go far out. Obviously you want to be smart, you don't want to get all the way to the other side and then all of a sudden there's white caps and you got to try to get back. So try to be smart about it as well. And we packed a lunch so we can save a little money and not go out to eat and put that money in the fuel tank and just do a big loop. And like I said, there's no time limits, there's no need to be patient and sit on one body of water for too long or one spot. We'll fish for a little bit, we'll move on to the next one. It ain't very deep right here. I've hit bottom a couple times. I think I got one. Babe, that's a good one.
What is it?
Bass. So that was on the what's called Texas rig on bottom. So you see this hook, babe? See how the hook goes through? You run it up like that, and then you just poke that hook into the worm. That way you don't get snugged on bottom. Just drag that across the bottom. So right there, Texas rig. I think it's a pumpkin seed or pumpkin green. That's funny. Oh, I didn't think it was a fish at first. When I set my hook, I hit the camera, so I didn't feel it really. How'd I get so lucky that I get her up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 55 degrees on her day off, on our last day of her vacation, get her out here fishing. I'll tell you, there's no better feeling in the world than not having to ask if I can fish, but just ask if she wants to join me. So all you ladies out there, go fishing with him. He'll like it. And if he doesn't like it, he's stupid. What's in the water? Those turtles? Come here. So these little hermit crab are poked up all over the place. Must be getting some sun. Let's open it up a little bit. There's some bugs in there. He's snacking. Alright, Ariane's gonna beat me. I gotta get going. See, they're all over the place. Do you see all the hermit crabs? All those things poking up out of the water are hermit crabs sitting in the sun. I went and grabbed one. Spot number 2. They claim that there are togue in here, no bass, trout, and some white perch. So we'll go see what we can get in this one. I can't believe there's no bass in here. It's all weeds. Here, babe. If you get sick of using your worm, try that. That water's colder. That water's colder. If you don't chew big red gum, then you know what Ricky Bobby said. That. Freaking fish just came up right next to me. It just, yeah, looked decent. I might take a chance and throw my rubber worm in. I don't see how there's not bass in here. Spot number 2, unsuccessful. We've been here for about 40-ish minutes. I got one bite. Ariane got what she thought possibly a bite, maybe a weed. Shallow water, very shallow. I saw some yellow perch around my kayak, but nothing seems to be too hungry. So we're gonna hop back on the truck, move on to spot number 3. How come on all of our adventures we end up getting hung up in a parade?
I don't.
So this must be the start of it, so if we can see a place we can get in right here. Spot number 3, we are in Monson, and we just got out here. What was this called, babe? Lake Hebron. So it looks a little choppy way out, and she doesn't have an anchor. I do, but we're just kind of staying in this little outlet right here. It's actually a nice little town. See if we can get something right in here close, and if not, we'll move on to the next one. Back on the water. This is the fifth place we've stopped. Only the one bass so far, but we're really not staying, you know, long enough to really get an idea of if it's a bad fishing trip or not, because our goal was more so to get the full loop done today. And we are kind of coming to the last leg of it right now. And we got this spot and I think one other spot on the way home that we're gonna hit. And then after that, probably chores and dump runs with Tucker, because he loves it. So we're gonna get paddling over. There's a spot I ice fish here. I've never been here open water fishing, and we caught some pretty decent trout here. I'll leave that link at the end of this video if you guys want to click on that and check that out, ice fishing. Yeah, let's get a hook in the water. Arian's got a monster! I heard the tail slapping from here. Put it in the water till I get there so it don't die. What do you think it is, a big trout? Big brown trout? Hooked on a monster. I forgot my net, so I don't know how I'm gonna land it.
He was there, I swear. It existed. It was real.
Did it have stripes on it?
Yes.
It was a yellow perch.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if we can count that as a catch. But she did have to wait for me to come over here with the camera, so I'll give it to her, I think.
Thanks.
And I saw her. And I came all the way over here for nothing.
Thanks. Bye.
Her first kayak fish ever?
No.
Wow.
Ooh, it's biting.
Well, there's school fish, so just kind of give it a little flick, like tighten your line, just a little flick with it, make it look alive, make it dance. Oh, that was a crappy cast. So our goal was 3 different species of fish. She just caught a yellow perch, I caught a bass. Now we need to get a nice trout or something out of this. You hooking them again? She's feeding them. Babe, you gotta catch something so Dell can see you on YouTube catching fish. Babe, I got one. Wow. Babe, I think I know what your friends are. Sunfish. Nice. I'm just videoing this on my head, carrying it up a hill in a snowstorm, so people know. Arian's been begging me to buy a boat so I don't have to do this kind of thing anymore. Begging me every day she wakes up.
Can we have a boat, please? I want a boat so bad. I'm sick of watching you carry the kayaks on your head up hills in the snowstorm. Uphill both ways.
And I said, babe, we'll get one someday. I know I did everything freaking backwards this time, I'm sorry. I don't know where it goes to, babe, and I'm a man, so I'm not going to stop and ask for directions.
So can you like climb all the way to the top?
Inside of it, I believe, yeah. If we're never seen again, when you guys find our bodies, look at the cameras. We had a pretty decent day for our last day, but we didn't have our last meal, so that sucks.
That sucks.
What would your last meal be?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. What's that body of water? That's not still.
What? Scroll on.
I'm holding the people, babe. I think because I don't have service, I don't think it.
Oh.
Oh, maybe.
Kingsbury Pond? Is that what it is?
Mayfield Pond.
Oh, which is, I think it's a part of it.
How did fishing turn into this? Tell you, me and Dad's got hours and hours and hours of driving on roads like this looking for power line access. Babe, we are nowhere near water for our kayaks, are we?
No, we took a detour.
We took a detour. Sure, a lot of you are familiar with the old windmills. Regardless of your stance, whether you like them, hate them, they're pretty cool. Come check out. So this is actually a four-wheeler trail. Come touch it. Babe, come get underneath it. creepy.
It is.
You gotta come up here on Halloween in a tent. This is the end of the date day. Date day, Saturday. It's not too often where we're both off from work and don't have either of the kiddos, but we want to take advantage of it and not just sit home in the air conditioner all day, because we would have just end up puttering and working on something. So it was good. Most of the day we didn't even have cell service, so we could just like our camping trip, just get away from everything. And caught a couple fish, but caught more memories. That's what people say when they didn't catch anything good. So, but it was cool to go check out the windmills. I've been there before. I didn't know that Ariane had never seen them in person up close like that, so that was a good experience for her, even though she wouldn't walk underneath them. Maybe next time. I would like to plan the four-wheeler trip and go over and see them with the kids or something. Other than that, thanks for coming along on this adventure. Hit that subscribe button and the bell. You'll get notified every time we post a video. And don't forget, we're on TikTok and Instagram, and we have a 207 Ice to Woods Facebook page. So jump on that as well, and you can interact with us on there and leave any comments that you want. And we'll see you next time.